Singularity by William Sleator. 22. Barry and Lucy huddled against one another, their hands over their ears as the high-pitched screams continued. I looked at them and was reminded of a terrible emotion I had forgotten about. I stepped to the door and put the key in the lock. "What are you doing?" Barry howled. "It needs to get out," I explained, raising my voice against the shrieks and the noisy battering. "It'll knock the place down if we don't open the door." "No, don't!" Barry bellowed. But he didn't try to stop me. "He's crazy. He went nuts in there," he babbled to Lucy as I turned the keys in the shuttering door. "That thing did something to him, made him a slave. It's controlling his mind." I pushed open the door and got out of the way. Out reared the head, swinging back and forth, though it wasn't really a head, only a pair of metallic jaws the size of a small stepladder. Laser-like red points gleamed from the ends of the black conical teeth. Behind the hinge, the jaws were attached to a snake-like body of interlocked cylinders the color of steel, about a foot in diameter where they joined the head. Whip-like, convulsive, the thing uncoiled from the door. The jaws pointed skyward, darting and circling. As it emerged, we could see that the body grew narrower, diminishing to a needle-like point at the end. We were outside the circle of trees now, peering at it past the sundial. It spasmed and thrashed on the long meadow grasses, glinting in the sunlight, wailing like some terrible fire alarm, until the jaws managed to catch the lashing tail and clamp down upon it. The shrieking stopped instantly. Its echo vanished in our ears, and we watched the jaws hungrily gobble the needle-like point and then more. The tail crunched down on the thickening cylinders like a crocodile devouring an eel. Only the eel was the end of its own body. It was a bright circle in the grass, diminishing rapidly. The jaws continued their busy work, ravenous, gulping. The circle shrank, and then it was an oval, the length of the snapping jaws. The jaws began to bend, metallic but pliable. The neck was gone. The jaws curved around and enveloped the hinge. Now it was the size of an inner tube, the jaws no longer snapping but inching forward upon themselves. Bent double and still bending, the inner tube contracted. It was a silvery beach ball, dwindling. A basketball, a tennis ball, a golf ball, a marvel, a bright spot of light, and then nothing. We stared down at the empty patch of grass. It had happened so quickly. The thing had emerged, had devoured itself, and was gone, and I could still feel my eardrums vibrating from its cries. There was something appalling about the efficiency with which it had self-destructed. There had not been enough room to do the job inside the playhouse. If I had not let it out, and I wasn't sure what had made me do it, it would have battered the walls to pieces in its rage to get out and destroy itself. Years and years in the event horizon, I said, and then it comes through and just eats itself up. "It's crazy," Barry said. "Meaningless and stupid and crazy." "I'm going crazy," Lucy said. "I can hardly believe it even happened." "It did happen, didn't it?" "It happened," I said. "Maybe there'll be some answers inside." I hurried back into the circle of trees. "Aren't you coming, Barry?" I heard Lucy ask him just behind me. "But what if there's something else?" "Sure, I'm coming," he said angrily. I propped open the door. A lot of the metal furniture was twisted and scattered around the room. Pages from books drifted everywhere, what was really startling was the floor. The granite slab was split down the middle, the two separated halves, as cracked and fissured as the windshield of a wrecked car. "What happened?" Barry said. "We'll find out," I said. It was a little saddening to see my home demolished. Fortunately, my diary, which had been pushed under the bed, was unharmed. I stood up with the notebook in my hand. "Listen, outside," Lucy said, turning toward the door. There were sirens, real ones this time, and car doors slamming and voices. "They must have heard all the noise," Barry said. He sounded relieved. "Now they're coming to see what happened." "But it's wrong," I said. I remembered what it felt like to be truly afraid. "What's wrong?" Barry demanded. "Just look out there." In the rectangle of the doorway, the meadow grasses trembled delicately in the hot breeze. A red bird fluttered down to land on the sundial. The voices were getting closer, though we could still hear the sounds of the river. "I don't see anything," Barry said, as though he thought I'd meant another monster. "The world's alive out there. It's not frozen. Time's the same in here now," I said. I felt dizzy. "It's normal," Lucy said. "But—" I was thinking it hard as fast as I ever had in my life. "Wait a minute. I think maybe I get it," I said slowly, sitting down on the wrecked bed. "Get what?" Barry said. He knew my mind was racing far ahead of his, and he hated it. I could hear it in the tone of his voice. In a minute, he'd be furious at me. To avoid having a fight, I had to explain what had happened in a way that wouldn't make him angry. Then I caught myself. It was the old pattern again. Even his tone of voice was a way of controlling me. But why shouldn't I know more about the playhouse? I was the one who had lived here, and what was so terrible about having an argument? But there wasn't time to explain now. I pushed open the trapdoor and hoisted myself through. "What are you doing?" Lucy asked me. "We're in real time now, mustn't forget. This place is like the rest of the world, which means those people will be here any second." I grinned down through the opening, "So I better find some pants that fit me, real quick." And that's the end of chapter 22.